Now, I'd ask, like, at 22, do you feel any need, or do you think there's any importance for you to just learn how to save money right now? Because, like, for me, the only thing that I keep preaching a lot, and even like on my platform at times, it's always like I'm always talking about finances a lot. Because I think, like, at 22, if you figure out how to just balance out your cash, save and stuff on, because you can just save and then invest in the future later on, but just saving or stashing some cash aside.
Yeah, that's true. But especially if you like figure out what investment can work for you. Because if you save a whole lot of money, you're better than someone who hasn't saved, but there's no much difference because you guys are both stagnant.
Yes.
Both of you are stagnant. So if you like have a balance, like, you know, I have saved for a rainy day, I have saved for an emergency, but at the same time, I have some more money that is working for me. It's not always me, I'm working for the money.
Okay, so what kind of investments are you thinking of? Even if you haven't gotten into them yet, but do you save? Let's start with that.
Yes, I'm very, very good at saving. At
Oh,
some
you
point,
just said, like,
afadhali
I go broke even as long as I'm happy.
No, you know,
that's scary to hear.
Like,
if somebody saying that is like, hey,
broke is like I have 20K and I'm supposed to travel with it.
Yeah.
So if you travel and you use 18K, now you're broke in the traveling aspect because you will have gone to like 2 other places, right?
Makes sense.
Yes, but you have the budget was already there. It's just that it's depleted. So you're like, I no longer have the 20K for traveling, but you had a plan. You actually knew this 20K. Ikipita 20K, I'm supposed to go home. Or ikifika 15, I'm supposed to start packing and going back home.
True.
Yeah. So I am all for saving, but at the same time, I'd prefer if you save and at the same time you invest. Because hiyo ni pesa yako imelala tu hapo. Why would you do that?
Now I'm very good now in terms of like of investments, but I'll say modern ways of investments with digital assets and all that stuff.
I would love to learn more about digital assets because how I learned investments ni you must have like a tangible idea. Like umeenda ukanunua pombe moja ukauza.
So let's talk about maybe like the investments that you think or you've learned about and you think you can apply now that you know of, and then I'll talk about I'll mention some that maybe you can try and think of getting into. Okay. So when you talk about investment, ideally, just hypothetically, let's say I gave Sisinei like 1 million.
Anafaa kunipea, sindo?
Yeah. So let's start with that. Hypothetically. You never know.
I would want to not put it all in one basket. Like there's crypto, there's buying shares, there's nini. But why wouldn't I just stretch it out and make sure it's not all set in one thing? Like if I'm thinking of buying land, for example, nisichukue yote, you buy na your land. Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. You've mentioned a couple of things, but let's say, forget about the ones you're thinking of. Let's say now you have money, like maybe money stashed aside. What's the 1 or 2 things that you're thinking of? Like, I just want to start by buying A, B, C, and D. Like, what are the things that you'd want to buy now? Like you said, we're going with your theory now for tangible things that you unashika. Because hizo umesema crypto na shares, hizo achana nazo. Because hizo those are digital. So I want to know about these things that you're saying are tangible. What would you?
I will definitely go for beauty because women will always buy things.
Oh yeah, true.
Whether it's hair, whether it's makeup, whether it's clothes, you will never go wrong with that. Yeah. You just have to like have a very good strategy.
Yeah.
So that's one. And then the other one, people are always building. I don't know, tunasemanga Kenya hakuna pesa, but ushaenda ukapata hardware imefungwa.
Ni wewe hauna pesa.
Ni wewe peke yako, just you. So I will definitely go into hiyo biashara ya hardware. Now where do we classify it? Is that real estate? Or real estate is actually now where
no, real estate now it's like property. Now I think either you're getting commissions from selling or actually building and selling, or just building and renting.
Yeah, so I definitely do the beauty, I definitely do the hardware stuff, and also importing car parts. Yeah, because watu wataiacha kuendesha gari and hazitaiacha kuharibika.
Na accidents
always happen, yeah.
Friday, Saturday, you'll be getting those phone calls.
Mtu amepack vibaya hapa.
No, but I think those are good examples that you've given, and not what I was expecting, but it actually makes sense because...
What were you expecting?
Of course, the usual. Land and property, that's what people say. That's just, if you ask me, I'm always saying that's just rubbish, by the way. So, I mean, you can quote me on that, but that's just rubbish because if you need to liquidate it, it's tricky.
Yeah.
If you're caught in a scandal, you lose everything.
Exactly.
And it's like right now in the modern situation, like you have so many other options where you can just push your money back and forth. You can do, like you've said, crypto is good. You can get into government bonds. You can buy local shares and stuff.
I feel so dumb when people start talking about crypto. Like,
Why?
I have like a rough idea about the blockchains, but I can't explain to another person. Like,
Well,
I'd want to.
No, you've mentioned
learn.
blockchain. What's blockchain?
Bruh. As I was saying. Don't put me on the spot like that.
Yeah, no, sorry. Just wanted to throw it there because that's one of the most things that anyone mention crypto. If somebody doesn't know, they'll always say blockchain. If they throw in blockchain there, it confuses somebody, of course, who doesn't know about crypto. But crypto is like a very good thing that you can invest on because it's, I don't know whether we can say it's a security or an exchange, but I don't want to throw terms that will confuse people. But we can also call it like a payment system. Also something like, let's say, M-Pesa. Okay, M-Pesa was down for the past 24, is it not 24, like 40? We're still even now.
Some people are still struggling with it.
Even for me, I've had to go to the mall just to withdraw cash because everything is just mobile
bank,
exactly.
do the payments.
So
I freaked out. Like,
if I didn't have electricity today, we wouldn't have shot this. Imagine.
Exactly.
Because even with cash now, I still have to look for M-Pesa to. Agents are not working.
Yeah.
But anyway, crypto comes in as well also in payment systems. It's a digital asset that's still gaining like just momentum in different other spaces. So it's an asset that actually also is gaining value if you invest into it. It might be like by 2%, 5%, 50% or 400% by next year.
Why does it look riskier than other? Or
Risky
because
in
we
what
don't
way?
have enough information.
Because that hardware can't be burnt down by maandamano people.
Bruh, me, I don't know. Like, it's
is that
so
what you're
scary.
saying?
It's so scary.
In what way?
I think it's because I do not have enough information about it. So I feel like I'm diving into something that I don't know.
No, you've mentioned hardware. Maandamano people can come beba everything in your hardware. Sindio. You've mentioned what else? Let's go with farming. If livestock gets like, a disease
locust.
or something. Yeah. Locust can, an infestation of something.
But I think everything has a risk.
Everything. But the advantages I can say that are there in like digital assets, it's if you need to liquidate. If let's say you have 1 million invested somewhere in a building, if you need that money urgently tomorrow,
you're going to get it.
Yeah, so you just liquidate. You just convert it to cash. Okay, on the flip side, if you have a building or a space that's worth 1M and you need, let's say even if it's for medical care, worst case scenario, how do you sell or how do you liquidate that, Nini?
Yeah.
Because the whole idea of business, even the way, let's say you move with your thrift clothes, see, it's like, I need cash coming out, coming out. Yeah. Maybe there's somebody who said like, okay, tukona like 2 or 3 bales, tuna need
Kutoa.
Yeah, you have some nice crop tops here, some fancy jeans and nini. If you need that cash instantly, you can liquidate your asset, buy your product, flip it, and go back by 2-3 days. You've bought back the same asset. Can you do that with a building?
You can do that with a building.
Yeah. So many other tangible things you can. So I think that's the biggest advantage. And then, just apart from that, because it's a developing technology, whatever you invested in, let's go with just that example of a meal. Maybe by the end of the year, it's worth 1.2, 1.3, or even 1.5. It's as easy as that because it's growing technology and it's being adapted in different countries. And you also have to keep into consideration that when you hear countries like Dubai, they're saying like they've incorporated like crypto in their system. Right?
For real?
Yeah, there are places like you can just pay with crypto. Clubs, shopping. Actually, most designer stores, I think, from Akina Gucci, Balenciaga, you can actually pay for some items with just crypto.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so
That's
I think if it's...
Why does it take us so long for us to jump on something like that? What?
Kenya?
Yeah.
You think it's Okay, Sawa, let me just go with what you've just said
Kenya,
right now. Ni wapi?
Ni wapi Kenya unaweza lipa na crypto?
Do you have that WorldCoin video that people are... Oh, now you're like, you have that WorldCoin. I didn't even know it's that serious. I'm like, these people don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
But they're scrambling for. But, apart from those people, because they don't understand, clearly, for one, they don't understand what crypto is. I think they were just told, like, you'll get free money.
Just go.
And that's why they're there. But there's so much that's into crypto, and I wouldn't want to define it in one sentence, especially if you're trying to learn. I can share some videos with you, of course, teach you more about that, teach you about a bit of know-how here and there about like maybe NFTs and stuff. They're artworks that you can buy and they'll just store value and maybe gain more value
Later. Yeah.
Trust me, like it's a whole different community, but
I can imagine.
I just can't share all the source of everything that I know because, otherwise what would make us special?
Yeah.
Right? Even you can't share. See, it's the same way like people who are doing thrifts and stuff. It's like, hey, hatuwezi onyesha kila mtu shimo yetu.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you come tomorrow and, the supplies that you're supposed to bring for people, it's like, hey, they're all gone. But, it's just something that I think I'll share some videos. Digital assets are really, really good. And if you get into them when you're young and you know how to move and you're clear, level-headed, you're not drinking, come on. When you become a millionaire, just tell me. Just come back and say, Aki, thank you, by the way. Shika, by the way, just for showing me.
7M.